Visitation. What is minimum visitation in Mississippi? What are some of the variations on visitation? What are some of the trends with visitation in today's world? And what are some ways which you can really explore how you would like to tailor visitation or parental access to your case? First, minimum visitation. The Supreme Court has said that minimum visitation is every other weekend, typically from Friday to Sunday, and 3 weeks during the summer. It also involves alternating holidays such as Easter and Thanksgiving and Christmas. Those are the minimums which are typically used throughout the state of Mississippi. 25 years ago, many courts had standard schedules for visitation. Some of these standard schedules still exist. A lot of these schedules involve this so-called minimum visitation. However, today's world is changing. A lot of typically non-custodial parents are very involved in the upbringing of their children. And whether or not the situation evolves into a joint custody arrangement, these typically non-custodial parents desire more time with their children than the so-called standard visitation. What types of changes can we look at from the standard or the minimum in order to give more time to these typically non-custodial parents? Some examples are these. Sometimes we might start visitation on Thursday and end it on Sunday evening or even on Monday morning. Another variation might be to add a midweek visitation, such as a Wednesday evening to go to church, or Tuesday and Thursday nights overnight or for a few hours. These are some of the additions we make. In addition, we might add language which allows a non-custodial parent to have federal holidays. There is usually a federal holiday about once every single month. This allows an extra day for the non-custodial parent to have the child. Sometimes we alternate these so the custodial parent also has holiday weekends, but federal holidays are good times to get extra time to the non-custodial parent. Another trend that's happening in our state is the use of the term visitation. There is a custody statute in Mississippi which refers to legal custody and physical custody, joint legal custody, and joint physical custody. This statute does not use the term visitation. So with a lot of our agreements, we are moving away from the use of the term visitation and simply providing times when each parent might have physical custody. Another trend in our state is that in most cases, both parents are sharing joint legal custody. This can be viewed as a good thing because it allows both parents to be involved from a legal standpoint in the decision making for their children. It can be a problematic situation if there is disagreement between the parties. If we anticipate such possible disagreement, sometimes we will provide that one parent will have the so-called tiebreaker if there is a disagreement in a joint legal situation. There are some courts that are routinely using joint physical custody arrangements. There are some judges that, as a matter of routine, are giving what we might call week-on, week-off custody. This is taking place in a few jurisdictions. In such arrangements, mother might have the child from Sunday to Sunday on one week, and father might have the child from Sunday to Sunday on the next week. We are seeing these arrangements popping up in different jurisdictions around our state. If you would really like to research visitation or what might be called parental access, take a look at the Arizona Supreme Court's website. They have done an extensive study on different types of custodial arrangements depending upon the age and maturity of the children. The Arizona Supreme Court has taken time to provide 3 alternatives for each particular age group. This is a good place to start when you're trying to figure out how to tailor the best parental access and parenting for your children.